Hey everybody, I'm John. I collect cards. Hope you're all doing well. It is Wednesday, January 29th. I know I haven't made too many videos here this first month of 2025. I've got a few lined up coming up here in the next couple of weeks, though, actually. And for the last few days, I've actually been pretty under the weather. So you could maybe still catch it in my voice a little bit. I was, just sort of a little out of sorts. So kind of delayed a few things hobby wise, but finally getting around and making this video, which actually I was just ready to make it yesterday because I got something in the mail that's not a card. Actually, I'm going to show you a few cards. None of them are new pickups, but there are probably a couple that maybe I haven't shown before, possibly. But basically, in a nutshell, I got custom labels done for my MagPros. And I really like how it turned out. So I wanted to just take a couple of minutes, talk about the process, show you a few examples. And yeah, so let's start looking at some slabbed cards with a little bit of, my own little touch to them. So, all right, hang on. So I mentioned that we'd be looking at some slabbed cards. Excuse me. Now, technically, that actually is inaccurate since these are cases and not slabs. But it's kind of the next best thing to, actual slabs. These cases from Zion are pretty darn. I've been impressed with them. I like them. I'm not the only one who thinks that. And again, this is no plug for Zion cases in any way. I'm just talking about my experience with these Mag Pro cases, and so that extends to getting custom labels. Which I'll talk about the process here in a few minutes. That's really the point of this video. If any of you are curious about exploring that, maybe this could be helpful. So let me just show you the final product. Actually, I'll talk about the process, but I'm not going to show the pieces of it. I'm just going to show an actual example of a finished example here, and here it is. So I played it pretty simple with the design. But as you maybe can tell, playing off of 1978 tops with the calligraphy script and the little sticker that I added in here as kind of, which I don't really need the sticker, but if anything, it's a way of maybe saying don't bother opening the case to take the card out. It's just probably not the best thing to do. You want to have these in here to protect them and enjoy them without, risking, messing up a corner or an edge or anything. There's no reason to take them out. So the sticker in that regard just, tells me not to do that. But it just kind of adds a nice little touch because this is a play off of the position, obviously, on the 1978 Topps design. So I have in here is one example in a 55-point Mag Pro holder. This Wade Boggs autograph, number to 25, from 2021 Topps Chrome Platinum. I chose this as an example to put in here, and the first one to show is because this process was I don't know, I guess you can call it, in a way, I'm honoring my dad with this a little bit. And I really enjoyed the process of the design. So basically, there's an email address to reach out to. You go to their website if you're interested in custom cases or custom designs. They tell you, they give you an email to reach out to. And then I worked with a woman named Kim who was, it was just through email. There was no Zoom call or anything, but it was just strictly through email. And she basically did two or three rounds of design possibilities, and I gave her a decent amount of stuff to work from in terms of thoughts that I had. The 1978 Topps design was one of them. I was also playing around with the New York City subway signage idea, kind of a play off of that design. Although I know that I know the New York MTA, which is kind of the state agency that runs the subway, is pretty proprietary with their signage, I read. So I was like, okay, I'm just a tiny channel, but I don't need it. In that way, I don't need to get discovered by an MTA and get a letter from them saying you need to change your logo or something. So, because I'm actually going to probably update my YouTube channel with these as well. That was a little bit of a part of the project as well. But Kim was great to work with, easy to work with. She basically shared 2 or 3 examples in each round, and we kind of whittled it down in a couple, probably a little over a week or so, maybe a couple of weeks. And yeah, that was that. So let me show you the back here, because they designed the back too, if you like. So here's the back. First off, I'll just show the card, number to 25. So the back here, I mentioned kind of honoring my dad. So I've talked about how he got me and my brother started in cards way back when in 1978. My dad drove a taxi cab, and later on in the 80s and 90s, a livery cab for for a taxi service in New York City. So I knew most of the years, growing up, he was driving by livery cab, and this is the days before Uber. He was driving like a Lincoln Town Car and things like that. But before that, in like the 70s, late 70s, some of my earliest memories is of him driving a yellow cab. And he drove, I think I remember seeing two of them that he had. One was a Chevy Impala, I think. But so as you can maybe tell here, so this is pure white, but the back here, I went with a very slight shade of yellow, a very slight shade of taxi cab yellow. I didn't want full taxi cab yellow because that would just be totally in the way in terms of like looking at the back of the card. I wanted it really subtle, but for me to know what it is. And then I opted for the checkerboard pattern here. So the checkerboard piece, as far as I know, my dad never did drive a checker cab. It's possibly did. I'm not sure if he did actually, but I don't remember him driving one. But the thing with Checker here, the Checker Cab Company was headquartered in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I've been living in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area, southwest Michigan, for the last 14 years. So I think it was just a really nice, kind of a nice way to combine parts of my life into a little piece of cardboard. I don't know. It's just a little touch like that just kind of amps up the meaning piece of collecting for cards that, I'm not going to get graded in all likelihood. And I chose this Wade Boggs auto, which is a pretty nice auto. I chose to put this as one of the first 6 cards to put in this, kind of custom slab treatment, because one of my dad's favorite players was Wade Boggs. I knew him in all the years I knew him. Of course, he was a Boston Red Sox fan. He was a New York Giants fan as a kid, and after they moved, he was in search for a new team for a long time, and the Red Sox were finally his team. I think the 75 World Series kind of made that official for him, so I only knew him as a Red Sox fan, and he loved Wade Boggs, so I thought this was a cool card to put in a MagPro. So there's one example there. I'm going to show you a few other examples here, and then we're going to put one in a MagPro and call it a video. But here's an example here of Shohei Ohtani. This is actually a rookie card, although there's no RC designation on here. I think I've shown this once before. This is from the 2018 Topps Heritage set. This is an insert based off of the 1969 Transagram, which are pretty cool. This is a pretty cool insert, and I think it was a retail exclusive only. There's the back. It's a pretty cool card. I won't get it graded. It's got a touch, I wouldn't even call that a ding up top. It's almost like just sort of like a print where like the cardboard colors maybe a smidge off there, or maybe it's the slightest bit of edge wear. So it won't grade a 10 in all likelihood, so I'm not going to grade it, and I'm not selling it. So to me, there's no point in grading it, but I thought it was a cool card to put in a holder like this. So there's one example there. And then I figured, what? If I'm going to recognize 1978 Topps, my first year of collecting cards, I might also put some 1978 Topps cards in here. So I got Pete Rose in here, which I think is actually kind of cool to see this and this. And when I was talking with Kim, the MagPro contact, I kind of asked, just to I wanted to be sure it was okay to use this font. She assured me it was. She said it was calligraphy, and that basically it was okay to use from a proprietary standpoint. So we went with it. Long story short, and again, there's the baseball sticker piece there. So I just thought that was, for me, a nice touch. I kind of like it. And, you know, when I say proprietary, I'm probably going, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to explore putting these on my channel homepage, actually. So, but this, so there's Pete Rose. If he ever does get in the Hall of Fame, I will buy a PSA 7 or 8 at some point to add to my Hall of Fame run. But for now, Pete Rose will be in here. And similarly, if this player ever gets in the Hall of Fame, the one on the bottom right, Lou Whitaker, I'll upgrade his case protection accordingly into a PSA slab. But for now, this card looks pretty nice, I think, in this. So we got a Lou Whitaker rookie. And then I just put this one in here, my 1982 Topps Cal Ripken, which actually I just took it out of a screw down holder, and it was pretty warped, actually, as it turned out. So that was a case of a screw down holder probably putting too much pressure on the card. So it's just gonna, for now or forever, gonna live in here. So we got that, and then we're gonna put one more card in here and call it a video. I wanted to keep it under 10, and I'm at 10. So here's an example of a new case here. It comes in its own sleeve basically, and so like for these for this one, for the Rose and the Whitaker, I'm gonna keep them in the bag and see what I think about it. I'm not crazy about the bags, but all my other PSA 78s are sleeved. But it's basically in, like, you know, it's sort of like it's made for retail to hang on a hanger, but it's also its own like sleeve for permanent storage. But I'm not sure if I like this part long term, so for now I'm going to keep it like this, see what I think about it, but I might eventually just keep them out of the sleeves. But let's crack open this real quick. Kind of rest that side gently there. These things tend to stick in here pretty good, although they came out pretty easily there. Although, see, actually, they didn't. These things tend to, actually it's on the other side, there we go. But there's a little process to getting these done, but here's what's going in here. We are finally going to free Bert Blyleven's rookie card from this screw down holder. I've decided this is the last screw down holder I have of my old kind of oldest vintage card buys. I will not get this graded because it's just not in great condition, and it's probably a VGEX maybe at best. And so we're gonna take it out of here and put it in there, and then we'll wrap this up. So anyway, I hope you've had a good start to your collecting journey for 2025. Like I said, I've got a few more videos coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do a January pickups video on Friday the 31st, so I'll sneak that in just in time. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm still waiting for my actual biggest pickup of the month. It was in Heritage Auction, a weekly Sunday auction win from the Heritage platform, and they've taken their sweet old time getting the cards to me. They're finally in the mail, so we'll see if they can get here by Friday. It's a 2-card lot, actually, and so look forward to sharing those with you, although only one of them are going to be for me. I've actually already sold the other one because it's the same card. It's actually just 2 different examples of the same card. All right, so I got, oh, there it goes. It probably just dinged the corner even more. This screw was getting stuck here, but let's just slide them out of here. This is, again, just not a monetary value kind of thing. But there he is. It's actually kind of cool to hold it again. Bert Blyleven, 1971 Topps. It's got a pretty decent diamond cut in it, too. But cool to have. I can't remember what I paid for this back in 1990 or 91 or 89 or whatever, but couldn't have been much more than 20 bucks if I had to guess. And it's probably about all it's worth now. So, okay. Let's grab one of these out. I got a whole stash of these guys. Just wanted to show you how it worked, kind of a thing. But again, the process was really easy. And it, you know, I got, I don't know, about 100 of these guys, labels, or 50, and 100 of the stickers, or something like that. Overall, it was pretty straightforward, and just kind of a nice kind of new way to, you know, a new part of, you know, kind of your collection. I thought it was just kind of a cool thing to try. I've been pretty happy with it. So we got that, and now we're gonna grab a sticker off these guys here. They actually came in 2 different shipments. The stickers came separately from, I ordered a few more slabs or cases along with the labels or flips. The stickers were done at another printer, but they came just a couple of days apart, so all good. But we're gonna just pop this guy on here. And there we go. Burp Live and Rookie. All done up. So, all right. That does it for this video. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. These MagPros are cool. Yeah, and this is a nice little option to be able to do this. So, all right. With that, I'll wrap it up. Thanks, everybody. We'll get the screwdriver out of the back for the last shot. Coming at you again on Friday, most likely, hopefully, with a January pickup video, and I got a couple more planned after that. So, all right, take care. See you on the next one.